Welcome to today's bedtime story, The Boy Who Gave Back the Coin. This warm little parable is about compassion, innocence, and seeing the good in others. Let's begin. In an old town called Willowbrook, the market square came alive every morning at sunrise. Bakers set out fresh bread. Fruit sellers stacked bright oranges and apples. Cloth merchants unrolled fabrics in every color. Pigeons fluttered through the square. The whole town seemed to wake together. But not everyone in Willowbrook had a stall. And not everyone had enough to eat. At the edge of the market stood a small boy named Oliver. He was 8 years old. He had no shoes, no parents, and no home except a narrow alley behind the bakery. Worst of all, he had not eaten in 2 days. Oliver was good at watching. When you spend much of your life alone, you learn to notice things. He watched merchants count coins. He watched families share warm bread. And he watched a wealthy merchant place a heavy purse right at the edge of his stall. Oliver's stomach growled. He was so hungry. Before he could change his mind, Oliver darted forward. He grabbed the purse and ran. Past the bakery. Past the fruit carts. Past startled pigeons. His heart pounded louder than his footsteps. At last, Oliver ducked into a quiet alley. He opened the purse carefully. Inside were more coins than he had ever seen. Gold coins. Silver coins. Enough food for weeks. Maybe even enough for shoes. Oliver stared in amazement. Then he heard shouting. Angry shouting. The kind that makes a crowd suddenly go silent. Oliver peeked around the corner. Something was wrong. 2 men stood face to face in the middle of the market. They looked almost identical. Brothers. Their voices were sharp with anger. Their hands pointed accusingly. The crowd watched nervously. It belonged to Father. I cared for him. He wanted me to have it. No, he wanted us to share it. Their voices cracked. Oliver noticed something others didn't. Their eyes were full of tears. They weren't just angry. They were hurting. Beside the older brother stood a little girl. She wasn't making a sound, but tears rolled down her cheeks. Nobody noticed her. Everyone was too busy arguing. Oliver looked at the purse. Then at the little girl. Then back at the purse. A simple thought entered his mind. They're fighting about money. I have money. Maybe if I give it to them, they'll stop. Oliver stepped into the crowded market. People whispered as he walked. But he kept going, straight toward the 2 shouting brothers. The brothers stopped arguing. The whole market went quiet. Oliver lifted the purse with both hands. Please, he said. Take it. Just stop fighting. The little girl is crying. The brothers stared at the barefoot boy, a child who had almost nothing, offering everything he had. Slowly, their anger melted away. The little girl took her uncle's hand. And for the first time all morning, the brothers looked at each other instead of the money. Then the merchant stepped through the crowd. The purse belonged to him. Oliver's shoulders dropped. He held the purse out. I'm sorry, he whispered. I was hungry. The merchant didn't shout. He didn't call the guards. Instead, he knelt beside Oliver. You were wrong to take my purse, he said gently. But what you did afterward, that took courage. My stall needs someone observant, the merchant said. Someone with a good heart. Would you like a job? Oliver blinked. No one had ever offered him a chance before. He nodded. A few days later, the market opened as usual. But things were different. Oliver wore clean clothes, new sandals, and he had breakfast waiting for him. The brothers passed by together. The little girl waved. Oliver waved back. For the first time in his life, he felt seen. Not as a thief. Not as a poor boy. Just as Oliver. A boy with a very big heart. Sometimes the smallest hands hold the biggest hearts. The people the world judges most quickly are often the ones it should understand the most. And sometimes the simplest acts of compassion can change everything. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this bedtime story, please like and subscribe for more gentle tales. Good night.